So we are live now. You may start. You can share the screen and show the banner. And Natarajan sir, you might just check whether you are able to share the screen or not. I've made you the co-host.
Yeah, I'm able to share the screen.
Okay, great. Raju sir, so we are live now. You may start. You can share the screen and show the banner. And Natarajan sir, you might just check whether you are able to share the screen or not. I've made you the co-host.
I'm able to share, no issues.
Yeah, I'm able to share the screen.
Okay, great. Raju sir,
Yes, madam, starting. Uh, Madam, should you start? So, yes. Good afternoon to all, respected principal, today's chief guest, my colleagues and dear students. Accuracy in association with Department of
sorry Raju
Economics.
sir, but you're not audible. आपकी वॉइस बहुत
Hello, no audible? Hello, sir. Accuracy in association with the Department of Economics organize a guest lecture on Manager of Tomorrow, Expectation from Industry. For this lecture, we are very glad to have with us Mr. B.M. Natarajan from Chennai. Sir, welcome you on behalf of Accuracy and Department of Economics of our college. Mr. Natarajan has 29 years of comprehensive and cross-cultural experience in leading people management function and implementing. Hello. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hello.
I'm really sorry, everyone. Just a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm sorry to make you wait, Natarajan sir. Just 5 more minutes and we'll be starting. All the students, please be patient. 5 minutes and we'll start.
No problem.
Hello.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we are able to hear you,
Hello.
Raju sir.
Okay. So I apologize for this inconvenience. I will start once again. Good afternoon to all, respected principal, today's guest speaker, my colleagues, and dear students. I QC in association with the Department of Economics has organized guest lecture on Manager of Tomorrow Expectation from Industry. For this lecture, we are having with us Mr. B.M. Natarajan from Chennai. Sir, welcome on behalf of IQAC and Department of Economics, Golwala College of Commerce and Economics, Ghatkopar. Mr. Natarajan has 29 years comprehensive and cross-cultural experience in leading people management function and implementing innovative HR approaches and solutions. Sir was vice of Apollo Hospital Education and Research Foundation, Chennai, various industries in Chennai. He was executive HR in Larsen and Turbo in Mumbai. So welcome you once again. It's our great pleasure to have with such experience personally for today's. I request you, sir, kindly start your session.
Thank
Sir,
you.
over to you, please.
You can stop sharing, Mr. Raju. Thank you, Raju sir, for inviting me. Dear faculty members and my dear students, good afternoon to everyone. So, Raj, so you're able to see my screen? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good. So we'll be spending the next 50 minutes on this topic of managers of tomorrow. So how do we become a better manager? Okay, that's what we will be looking at. And some quick guidelines. I'm sure most of you are aware, but it's my duty to reinforce that if you are in a public place, use headphones so that you don't disturb others. Use your mute button to mute yourself because any sound from your area may disturb other people. Participate, ask questions, and use the reaction buttons. Otherwise, online session, sometimes you get a feeling that you are talking to the computer. So if you can use some of this reaction buttons, I know that there are people on the other side who are listening to me. Of course, chat box is there. I'm seeing very active chat box. I'm keeping it open so that if anything comes, I can respond to you. Okay, with just few words, I'd like to get into the session. Yesterday, I was preparing for the session. I am a Mumbai used to be my second home. I lived there for 7 years. Worked for L&T and had a nice career. I did my MBA from Narsimha Institute of Management Studies, Evening College. So I love Mumbai, and any day I would like to be there, enjoying the street foods of Mumbai. So coming back to the topic, I was going through your website. Something that really attracted me in your college website was your mission statement, where you say that our mission is to develop the personality of students in a holistic manner. with proper skills and values. So fantastic mission statement for a college. I would like to appreciate, give my acknowledgement to all the management and faculties of the college for having such a bold mission statement in your college, that you are looking at developing the students in a holistic manner. And probably this lecture is part of that. That's what I could understand. I could correlate, why am I here talking to this students, commerce students, from a HR background. So then I realized that, yes, we are looking at developing the students in a holistic manner. Good. Well done. And I would like to appreciate this. Okay. So afternoon session. So hope most of you had your lunch. So after lunch sessions are normally tough for professors. Raju sir will agree with me. So we all after lunch tend to slightly doze off, and with cameras off, I will not know how many of you are really listening to me. So what I had done is I want to make it as interesting as possible. And as children, we all like stories. So I have a lot of stories to share. And from every story, we learn some message out of it. That's how I structured this 1 hour presentation. Okay. So are you with me? Give me a thumbs up sign if you're with me. Can I see some thumbs up sign? You can see the thumbs up sign in the reaction button. Or you can type yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kushi, for being the first to give me a thumbs up sign. Good, let me get into the topic. Okay. First story that I'm going to share about is about a sculptor. Okay. You know, sculptors, they make this idol out of stone. So one day a person was passing through a temple, the temple under construction, and the tower, below the tower, there is a sculptor who is working on an idol, a murti. Okay. And so this passenger who was passing by, he just saw that the tower is almost already completed. And what is the statue for that he is working on? So out of curiosity, he goes there and he asks this person, what is this? What is this idol for? I see the tower already completed. And what are you making? So the sculptor said, you see, sir, there is this statue on the 3rd row, 4th from the left side or something, which has a small crack near the ears. So I'm preparing this to replace it. Okay, this is a tall tower, and this gentleman was annoyed. He said, I'm not even able to see the statue or the idol that you are referring to. And why do you worry about this small crack near the ear? Nobody is going to watch it. Okay, who knows about it? Nobody will know about it. So why are you wasting your time on this idol? For which there was the sculptor replied. Okay, so what did he reply? He said, I know there is a crack in the statue. That matters to me more. Okay, it doesn't matter whether others are noticing or not. When I know that there is a crack in that statue, I will not be satisfied. I cannot accept that crack because I don't want to leave it imperfect. And I don't care if somebody is noticing or not noticing. I want to be perfect. I want to be good in what I am doing, what I am contributing. Okay, that's an hallmark of a professional guy. When we talk about professionals in industry, who is a professional? Okay, how do we identify a professional? Tomorrow you are all going to complete your BCom, MCom. Some of you would be doing a chartered accountant. You'll become a finance manager. Some of you will do your MBA finance, get into the finance line. You will become managers. But remember, you are all professionals. So who is a professional? Okay, it's a big question. The sculptor, according to me, is a professional. What makes him a professional? Okay, to answer this question, there is a beautiful book written by Mr. Subrato Bakshi, the founder of Mindtree. He has written a book titled Professional. Okay, and he gives a lot of stories in his book. And he defines a professional by 3 characteristics. Okay, what are the characteristics? 3 qualities of a professional. The first quality is the ability to work unsupervised. I don't need a boss to monitor whether I'm working or not. I don't need somebody to supervise me. If left alone, I will do a perfect job. Whether boss is there, boss is not there. Whether parents are there, parents are not there. Some children, when parents are there, they study, and when parents are not there, they do other things. That's not a professional activity, professional behavior. A professional is somebody who can work unsupervised. So, my dear friends, if you want to become a professional, learn this first habit of don't expect somebody to come and supervise you. It is your life. You are in charge of your life, and you need to be responsible whether people are supervising you or not supervising you. So that's the first quality that you need to imbibe in you. The second quality that he talks about is ability to certify completion of work. I don't need somebody to come and check whether what I have done is right or wrong. I am a professional, and I should be able to say whether this is right or wrong. Like the sculptor. Once again, I'm going back to that story. He doesn't want somebody to go and check every idol and say that there is a small scratch near the ear of the idol in the 3rd row. I know that there is a scratch and I am rectifying it. Why should I need somebody to come and supervise? Supervision is a big cost in industry. You are all commerce people. I'll tell you, it's a big cost. It's a sunk cost, which if you can eliminate, it will become profitable to the industry. How do we eliminate this cost of quality checks, the cost of supervisions and other things? By making the people more responsible, more professional. When you have professional people, when you engage professional people, you don't need too many supervision layers. You don't need a manager, senior most manager, AGM, DGM, different hierarchies. These are all additional costs for you. They don't contribute to your final product, but they supervise. And if you can make all your frontline people as professionals, you can reduce this cost and the profitability of the company will go up. Okay. You commerce people will understand it better. And the third important quality is the ability to behave with integrity at all times. My dear friends, integrity is one quality which really differentiates a good professional from others. Okay. What is integrity? Integrity is telling the truth, doing the right thing, whether people are there or people are not there. Okay. Behaving in a responsible manner is integrity. Okay. Not doing anything that is illegal, not doing anything that is not as per the code of conduct of the company. Every company that you will be joining will have a code of conduct. You need to adhere to it 100%. Okay. So these 3 qualities, he says, really differentiates a professional from a non-professional. Okay. Now, the managers of tomorrow need to sculpt yourself. One of the qualities that you need to imbibe is keep developing yourself. Don't expect somebody to come and develop you. Don't outsource your development to your manager or your company or somebody. You are responsible for your growth. You need to develop yourself. You need to invest in yourself. When you start earning, keep this in mind that I need to allocate a certain budget for my development. It could be professional membership in some professional bodies. It could be attending some workshops or taking some online courses. Today there are many avenues to keep improving and developing yourself. You need to allot a budget when you, even after you join a company, you need to keep developing yourself. So this logo, this is my company's logo too. I have a company naming Sculpting Success, and I strongly believe that we need to sculpt ourselves. Okay, this is a self-made man. What is the man in the picture doing? It's a statue. Its statue is sculpting itself. So like that, you need to sculpt yourself. Okay, to sculpt yourself, first thing that you need to know is what do you want to become. Okay, what is the statue that you want to become of yourself? Sculpt yourself. Do you know where you want to be 10 years down the line? Do you know where you want to be 20 years down the line? If you don't have that picture, where will you sculpt? If I want this particular sculpture, then I know where I have to chisel and which are all the extra stones I need to remove to create the sculpture. But if I don't have this picture in my mind, what will happen? I end up with creating some useless thing. Okay, not a good sculpture. So similarly, in your life also, you need to know where you want to be 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. Okay, so I'm going to take you quickly through a time travel. Okay, just close your eyes and imagine that you are 10 years from now. Okay, and you are now coming back to your college. All your friends are also coming. And how will you introduce yourself? How would you like to introduce yourself? I am so and so now. I'm working in so and so company. The friend is saying I'm a chartered accountant working in so and so company. Now you need to introduce yourself to your friend. Can you think for a minute? If you have a paper and pen, write down how you would introduce yourself 10 years from now when you meet in the college. You have alumni get together. You are all coming back to the college. You are all meeting your friends. So your friend is introducing himself and now you need to introduce yourself. What will you talk about yourself? Take a few seconds. Jot it down in a piece of paper. It's very important to write down. You can't say that I have everything in my mind. It goes away. So if you have a paper and pen with you, take the paper and pen and write down. Once you're through, now I'm going to take you 20 years from now. You are all now 20-year-old, 18, 19, 20. And 20 years from now, when you're in the age of, say, 38, 39, 40, you are once again coming back to your college. You are meeting your friends. One of your friends is saying that I am a general manager finance of so-and-so company. How would you like to introduce yourself? Where would you like to be at the age of 40? Can you think about it? Write down in a piece of paper. Don't say I would like to be, I am dash. I am a chartered accountant practicing on my own. I am a finance manager of this multinational company. I am a general manager of this bank. What is it that you would like to be? How would you like to introduce yourself? Write down your name. I am so-and-so, general manager, or I am so-and-so, the finance manager. Whatever it is. What is your ambition? Where you want to be? How you would like to introduce yourself? Friends, this is very important because unless you know that picture in your mind, how would you develop yourself towards that goal? The goal is very important. If you have a goal, then you can focus your actions towards that goal. And this is the time you should set the goal for yourself. Have you done that? Can I have some acknowledgement? You don't need to share this with me, but it is your goal. You keep it with you. In fact, you can write it and keep it in your desktop somewhere where you keep seeing it regularly, and that will motivate you to take steps towards that journey. Okay, Are you through? Are you with me? Yes, Bijju. Thank you for that. Yes. Good. Good. I'm seeing a lot of yes. I am very happy that you people have done that. And certainly, I think it would have made a lot of impact on it. Good. I had got quite a lot of yes. Now let us see. Now that you have this picture in your mind, how do you sculpt yourself to become what it is? Okay. The sculpting happens by removing the unwanted stones. The statue is made by removing the unwanted stones. The sculptor first knows what is the picture. He creates the picture in his mind. Then he chisels away all the unwanted stones and he creates this beautiful statue. Now you are the sculptor. You need to remove the unwanted stones and sculpt yourself. What are these unwanted stones? Let us look at some of this. Okay, there could be many, but at least I will share 5 unwanted things that you need to remove when you want to be successful in your career, when you want to be a good professional. Okay. The first thing is self-doubt. Okay. Never have a self-doubt. Can I do it? Okay. Your mind is very powerful. It recognizes your thoughts. The way you think is what you will become. You think I am going to become the president of this company, you will become the president of the company. The responsibility lies with the mind, your mind. Your mind acts as a converter of your dreams into reality. Where is mind in your body? Mind is not an abstract thing. It's not the brain where you have the brain here, you have the heart here. You have your livers, pancreas, kidneys below. Where is mind? Mind is there everywhere. Mind is an abstract thing. It's the energy field in your body. And the function of the mind is to create positive scenarios for you based on your thought process. So you need to think positively, then it's the responsibility of your mind to make things possible for you. How often have you heard somebody saying that, I told you he will fail, he failed. It is not because he failed because he did not take action. It is because he thought he will fail. So when you have the self-doubt, your mind ensures that the doubt becomes the way it is, the reality. Okay, so the function of a mind is to create a coherence between your beliefs and reality. Your mind is very powerful, my dear friends. And please seed positive thoughts in your mind. Every day, get up with some positive thoughts. The first thing in the morning when you get up from the bed is you should think today is going to be a great day. I'm going to do great things today. I'm going to learn great things today. It is very, very important. And if you make your mind believe that, it's a responsibility of the mind to create that reality for you. You will be great. You will do great things today if you think you are going to do a great thing today. If you're going to get from bed on a Monday morning and saying, oh, horrible day, another 5 days to go before the weekend comes, it will be a horrible day because your mind recognizes your thoughts. And as a true servant, it will think, my boss is thinking that today has to be a horrible day. Let me make it a horrible day. And it will become a horrible day for you. If you think today is going to be a positive day, great day, when you get up from the bed, it is the responsibility of the mind. It recognizes my boss wants today to be a great day. Let me make it a great day. It will become a great day for you. There are scientific proofs for this. Today, a lot of research has gone into it. Please believe in it and you will see this positive thoughts will influence your life in a better way. Okay, good. That is the first thing that you need to chisel away from the stone so that you get the right image. What is the second thing that you need to chisel away? Conformity. Okay, just because somebody is doing something, you don't need to do it. You need to be unique. You need to choose your path. You need to take the path less traveled. If you want to be successful, you need to take the path less traveled. If you are going to join the mass, everybody is doing this, I will also do this, then it will not be successful. You will not be successful. You are one among the 1,000. The most successful people are people who have left the crowd and taken the road less traveled. If everybody is going to go to a job after the college, you can think, why not I start something on my own? First start thinking, first dream. Dream is very important. And then make it a reality. What is it that you are good at? Let me do that. Let me try that. Okay. So that is the thing that you need to work on. The path less traveled. Take the path that is less traveled. Okay. Don't conform to the masses. The third thing that you need to chisel away from the stone is the limiting beliefs. What is a limiting belief? Limiting beliefs are beliefs in your mind which prevents you from doing many things. Okay? How many of you have seen elephants being tied by a rope and into a plug on the ground? Okay? You must have seen it. Particularly if you had traveled south, almost all the temples outside, you can see this elephant standing there with the rope tied to the leg. And they don't try to move when the rope is tied to the leg. Okay? Have you ever wondered, is the elephant doesn't have the strength to remove this rope or pull the rope out? The elephant has enough strength to uproot a tree. When it can uproot a tree, can it not just remove this plug? It cannot. Because when elephant is small, you should go to the elephant camp and see how it get trained. When elephant is small, they tie this rope. Yes, mindset, you are right. They doesn't have the confidence. It's not confidence, Biju. It is, they are trained. Yes, what you're saying is correct. They are trained from the childhood. When it is a baby elephant, they tie the rope and tie it to a pillar. And as any babies out of inquisitiveness, this elephant tries to pull the leg. And every time it tries to pull the leg, the rope will get tightened. And when it gets tightened, it will pain in the leg. So the elephant is conditioned. We use the word conditioned. It learns. When I try to pull the rope, it pains. That is a learning. That's a very powerful learning in its subconscious mind. So it never tries to pull when a rope is tied to the leg. We are also like that. We also have a lot of conditioning. Many things that happens to us is from our subconscious mind. Research says 95% of the time it is a program in subconscious mind which drives our behavior. What are these programs? How do we get programmed? When do we get programmed? Most of these programs are instilled in us in the first 7 to 8 years of our life. That is the time when our brain vibrates at theta vibration level. And that is the time many of these programs are loaded. Can we not change it? Yes, we can change it, but there are a lot of conscious efforts you need to make to change it. But majority of the time, what happens to us is what happened to the elephant. We are also having a lot of ropes tied to our leg. What are those ropes that are tied to our legs or to our mind? the thoughts that are seeded into our mind. Okay? It could be, I can't do this. It could be, I'm unlucky. I'm a very unlucky person. It could be, I'm a failure. I'm a useless guy. No one loves me. Very dangerous limiting belief. Or it could be, people will cheat me. There could be some incident where somebody would have cheated you when you were young. So immediately you take a learning that this kind of people will cheat me. Okay. Something that you tried to do when you are young and somebody came and told you that you can't do it, then it goes very deep into our mind. Even when you are grown up, we don't attempt to do it because that conditioning has happened in our mind. It's like the rope to the leg of the elephant. These are called limiting beliefs. We need to identify what are our limiting beliefs. What is it that is limiting me from growing? What is it that is limiting me from being successful? Why am I not able to do certain things? Is there something in my subconscious mind that is preventing me from doing that? Then you can consciously work on it. You need to change your habits. You need to do repetition. You need to reprogram your subconscious mind. Then you can break the rope. That is when the limiting beliefs gets broken and you become very successful. Okay? So this is an area which you need to work on. You need to chisel away from the stone so that you become very successful. Okay, are you with me? Can I have some, yes, a thumbs up sign, whatever it is? Okay, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good. So that's the third stone that you need to chisel away. And the fourth one is the distractions. Friends, unlike our time, you people have a lot of distractions. What are the distractions that you are having? Can somebody type it in the chat box? What are the distractions that you are having? Social media. Wow. Fantastic. Anything else? Yes, of course, social media. Shivangi. TV, Aarti. Okay. Mobile phone, Samir. Okay. Addiction, Birjo. Oh God. That's a little bit dangerous. Okay, I did not anticipate that answer. Okay. Good. You are there. You know almost what are the distractions that you are having. Beware of these distractions. Of course, all the social media. Social media is a very powerful tool. It connects people seamlessly, but at the same time, it distracts. Log kya kahenge? Okay, good. That is a self-doubt, Jyoti, not a distraction. Okay. Stress, of course, stress comes out of all these distractions. What do you mean by environmental, Shivangi? I'm not aware of it. What do you really mean by it? So all this social media are very powerful tool. You need to know how to use it. If you overuse it, it becomes a distraction. TV, yes, of course. If you underuse it, you will be failing on many things. Okay. If you are not in social media today, you cannot be successful. Let us become very clear. I am not advocating that you should not be in social media. That's not possible. And that is not advisable also. Because social media is a very powerful medium. It helps you to network with people. It helps you to get to know what is happening around you. You need to know. But at the same time, it also distracts. Can we draw that line where I will stop using it? I don't get addicted to it. If that is addiction that you are mentioning, Yes, correct. Social media is another addiction. Sorry, by addiction, I thought something else. Social media is an addiction. How many of us have this habit of keeping on checking notifications? Have you got any new message? How many of them have given a like in my Instagram? How many of them are following me? So we give a lot of weightage to that. You don't need to. You can use Instagram to express yourself, but don't expect somebody to like it. Don't look for how many of them are liking it. And if the people don't like it, you get upset. That is what I mean by distraction. Okay? You can use Twitter to post your feelings, but don't expect people to follow you. Don't expect, if people are following, very good. Okay? Similarly, Facebook, post what you feel. Like if somebody else is feeling. And in Facebook, it's a little bit more, you need to be more cautious, because if somebody is not fitting into your value system, block them at the early stage itself. Okay? So don't encourage. And don't fill. Very often we are hearing children, we are social media friends, and then went into very wrong things. There is a limit to get connected to social media. Don't extend beyond that. Don't extend the social media to the real world. Keep it there in its place. Yes, I am a friend through Facebook with you. I'll continue to be a friend in Facebook with you. Just don't jump and go. Somebody is inviting you without even knowing who it is, going and meeting them. Don't do that. Those are wrong things, leads to wrong things. Okay? So keep away from social media distraction. This is the other thing that you need to chisel away from the stone to create this beautiful structure. And the last thing is no sayers. What is no sayers? When people around you are saying, this is not possible, this is not you, you can't be successful, don't listen to them. Okay? Because you know who you are. You know what is worth, what you are worth for. Many a times, even the so-called experts, the so-called great, studied, educated people, when they tell you, we tend to believe them. And the moment you believe, remember, your mind is very powerful. The role of the mind is to create that belief into reality. So when you believe what others are saying, you will become what they are saying. So the choice is yours. Do you want to believe what others are saying about you as true and want to be like that? Someone is coming and telling you that you are a useless guy. You start believing it. You will become useless. Don't listen to no sayers. I have another beautiful story here to share. Okay. How many of you know the great scientist Stephen Hawking? Some of you would have heard about Stephen Hawking. Yes. Good, Nilesh. Nice to hear that. Saurabh, yes. So good that you know Stephen Hawking. Okay. Stephen Hawking was a normal person until the year 1962. He was studying at Oxford, doing his doctoral degree, and he was 21 years old. Black holes theory, yes, Saurabh. He was 21 years old when he received this awful news that he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, as it is known. Okay. It is a very devastating diagnostics. The disease is progressive, incurable, and fatal. His doctors told him that you can hardly live few more years. You hardly have few more years to live. What would you feel? if you are in his place. If some doctor is going to come and tell you that you have only a few more years to live. At that time, Stephen Hawking was a doctoral student at Cambridge, having already earned his degree from Oxford, but his research hadn't been going well. He was unmotivated in his work and bored with his life. If you're going to die in the next 1 or 2 years, what is the fun in doing all those things? His diagnosis was a turning point. He could either give up his studies and wait to die, or he could make the most of what time he had left. I can give up, but at the same time, I can do. Next 2 years, I have to live. Let me make the best use of this time. Can I make something out of this? At first, he chose the road of despair and resignation. Let me not do anything. He wanted to give up because he did not see any point in finishing his degree if he was going to die soon. But luckily for him, he did not give up for long. Through the encouragement and love of his girlfriend, Jane, he pulled out of his despair. He married Jane in 1965, finished his studies, and got a job. And true, he was afraid of dying. But even more, he was afraid that he would die without achieving anything in his life. That really motivated him. Okay. Hawking and Jane had 3 children together. She devotedly cared for him year after year as the disease progressed. When his body was deteriorating, his career was progressing and blossoming. He was elected as one of the youngest fellows of the Royal Society in 1974. Look at the timeline. 1962, he was told you have only few years to live. 1974, he was elected as one of the youngest fellows of the Royal Society. Already 12 years he has lived, whereas the doctors predicted he will live only for 2 years. He became the Commander of Order of the British Empire in 1982, which is 20 years from the time he was predicted with this disease. Became the Champion of Honor in 1989, almost 30 years. These acknowledgements and public honors were bestowed on Hawking for his contributions in the field of theoretical cosmology and quantum gravity, especially in the context of black holes. That Saurabh had identified black holes. He identified black holes first. He published hundreds of research papers, and he has also written 6 books. His runaway bestseller was A Brief History of Time, a book which stayed on the Sunday Times bestseller book list for a record-breaking 237 weeks. Yeah, unheard of a science book. See where from he has come and what he has created for himself. If he believed he is going to die in 2 years, he would have died in 2 years. It is the love and affection of his girlfriend which changed. I am here to contribute something to the society. Let me contribute. It actually took 55 years for death to catch up. He died a normal death, like any other person, at the age of, say, 76, which is quite normal. So in 1962, when he was 21 years, he had a choice whether to take that prediction of the doctor seriously and get into a shell and live a life and die within 2 years, as predicted by the doctor, or to change the destiny. The choice was with him. And what made it possible? Remember, the mind. The choice that you are going to choose is what you are going to become. If you choose, I'm going to accept this verdict that I'm going to die in 2 years, your mind will ensure that you die in 2 years. If you choose, I'm not going to accept this verdict, I'm going to live my life fully, I don't believe in this, then you will live the full life. Okay? He defied the prediction of an early death as well as his early impulse to give up. He did not give up, he fought. Completely paralyzed. Of course, he had health issues. There is no doubt about it. He was paralyzed. He was using synthesizer to talk and advanced technology to type. His wife was helping him. Completely paralyzed, wheelchair bound, and compelled to use a computer voice synthesizer. He is a respected scientist, a world-renowned celebrity, and an inspiration to millions of people. In 2005, there was an interview, and Hawking said, "It is a waste of time to be angry about my disability." How many of us feel, I am not good in this, I'm born with deficiencies? What more can a person achieve with all these disabilities? No point in being angry about my disability. One has to get on life, and I haven't done badly. He was, with all this obstacles, he was able to create and be recognized as the best scientist in the world that we have seen recently. We are not in the era of Einstein and Newton, but for us, Stephen Hawking is one of the best scientists who had given us the theory of black holes. So friends, the choice is yours. What do you want to become? I'm happy that you have created an image of yourselves. Please remember this life of Stephen Hawking. People won't have time for you if you're always complaining. Okay? So, what a credo to live by. Always angry or complaining. Okay? What a credo to live by. So, hats off to Stephen Hawking. Let's learn a lesson from this. The last set of stones that you will be removing is people who are going to say it's not possible by you. You can't do it. Okay? So just to recap, the 5 things that you will remove from your life to create that beautiful image which you have imagined in your life. What are the 5 things? Number 1, self-doubt. Don't have any self-doubt. Number 2, don't get into a conformity mode. I'm doing it because everybody else is doing it. Then you will not be unique. You will not be successful. Everybody is not successful. Hardly 1% of the population in the world is successful. So if you want to be successful, don't fall into the conformity trap. Remove the conformity. Do things that others don't do. Take your own path. Okay. The third thing is limiting beliefs. If something is limiting you from doing something, go back and think. If something happened in my life in the first 7 years, which has created a subconscious program in my mind, which is preventing me from doing it, can I remove it? Yes, it is possible to remove it. Consciously, you have to make an effort to remove it. And once you remove it, sky is the limit. And the fourth thing, very important, is how do you manage your distractions? How do you avoid these distractions? Social media is very powerful when you use it properly. And we are hearing stories of people how they misuse and get into trouble. So keep this in mind. It's a powerful tool. It's like a knife. A knife can be used to cut vegetable, as well as a knife can cut your fingers if you don't handle it properly. Social media is like a knife. Use it to cut the vegetables properly. Okay. And the last one, remember the story of Stephen Hawking. Don't listen to the no sayers, because it is not their life, it is your life. They don't have any right to comment on your life. You need to decide what you want to be. And if you decide, I'm going to be successful, any number of person comes and says that you will not be successful, don't listen to them. And so-called experts, astrologers, anybody can come and say anything. Remember, all the astrologers' predictions went wrong during this pandemic. There is nothing called a great astrologer or great predictions. That young guy who was called a great predictor, what happened? None of the predictions came through. So the world order is much bigger than all this astrology and other things. And the power is within you. It is there in your brain. It is there in your mind. And the choice is with you. Don't go and look for outside world solutions for your problems. The origin of the solution, or the place of where the solution is where the origin of the problem is. And it is there within you. If you think it is possible, it will be possible. I can keep on quoting many more examples and stories, but I think what I have quoted here is enough for you to believe in it and sculpt yourself to get this beautiful image that you have imagined for you. You can sculpt yourself. You can chisel away all those unwanted things in your life so that you get the goal or the image that you had imagined for yourself. I'd like to wish you all the best, and I hope it was useful. Please give me, there is a feedback form shared. Please use the feedback form, give a feedback, as well as you can type in. If you have any questions, you can type in there. Or if you want to leave some message, please leave it. Thank you, Jyoti. I end my session here.
Thank you so much, sir. Sorry to interrupt, students. Just let's take a snap with sir. So could you all switch on your videos for 1 minute?
I'll stop the share.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Raju, sir, all the students are switching on their videos. Make sure, please take a picture. Thank you so much, sir.
All the students switch on your videos. Yes.
Natrajan, sir, there are a lot of messages for you in the chat box from our students.
I'm
They
seeing.
have really liked your session.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much, sir.
students. Thank you, students. So nice of you to leave a feedback. Feedbacks are very important. You had made my day. Thank you. And thank you, Raju sir, for the opportunity to talk to the same minds.
Sir, if you have done taking the picture, we can go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, please. Uh, Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance to a student and how to become a manager as per the industry. Okay. Now I request our faculty member, Mr. Sarkade sir, to give vote of thanks. Sarkade sir, please.
Good evening. I am Mr. Subhash Sarkate. Would you like to express vote of thanks? Firstly, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our guest speaker, Mr. Natarajan B, for presenting such an excellent session on manager of tomorrow's expectation from industry. Nextly, I thank our respected principal sir for motivating us in organizing such session for our students. I would like to thank IQAC of the college, economics department, and all teaching and non-teaching staff of the college. Last but not the least, a sincere thanks to all dear students for actively participating in today's session. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
A personal thank you from my side to you, sir. It is a much needed topic to be spoken about, and I can see that our students have really taken the opportunity to listen to you, and they have really liked this session. Thank you once again, everyone. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all students. So I shall end the meet.
Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you. I'm wishing you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Dear students, please make sure you're filling up the feedback form.